Yeah, baby.
Kick on, shoot, jump on the job. Now listen to the jam master as he starts to rock. His name is Jay, and he's on his way to be the best DJ in the US of A.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? Classic 1333 being joined to you by my partner here. Don't know if you can see the cat back there or not, but he's just hanging out with me today. So, I'd like to apologize for my little disappearance in the last week or so. It's just been busy with college and stuff, so... Yeah, but I'm back for a while, so I'm on spring break at the moment, and next week's more spring break, so yay. I know your spring break normally thinks of babes in bikinis and all that fun stuff, but yeah, not up here in Indiana. Mostly it's just like snow melting out there and whatnot, so... What the fuck?! So anyway, basically, I'm just here today. I'm going to kind of talk about a couple of the releases that have been going on, and then kind of talk about Raw a little bit, but I'm not going to do like a huge detailed review because the show wasn't worth it. So, basically, let's jump into releases. We'll talk about WWE's first. So, they released Scott Armstrong. Personally, I don't mind this move at all by them because I didn't think he was that good of a ref. Like, he might have been like a decent ref, like, you know, as far as like, you know, telling wrestlers what to do and planning spots, but when it came to his counts, this guy had the slowest counts ever. He was like, you know, 1, 2, yeah, like that or something. I don't know if you ever seen Teddy Long referee, like when he was in WWE doing that for a while before he became the general manager, but yeah, Scott Armstrong, he wasn't that good, so, you know, I'm not going to really miss him as far as like the counts go. Next wrestler, Paul Burchill. I loved Paul Burchill, like, on ECW, like, at one point I was saying, you know, like, my 3 favorite wrestlers, Christian, Zack Ryder, and Paul Burchill, so, yeah, I'm like, disappointed that he's gone. I thought he's got a lot of talent, but you never know, TNA might pick him up, or, who knows, maybe he'll make a return to WWE in the future or something. Hurricane Helms, Shane Helms, whatever, I kind of saw his release coming with the whole drug issue stuff, so not really, like, a surprise. He's an alright wrestler, but I don't know, don't see it as like a real big loss for them. And then Maria, she was kind of a surprise, but I don't know, she really couldn't wrestle that well, and like as a backstage interviewer and stuff, she was good at that, but like maybe like as a manager, she was good with that too, but you know, wrestling wise, not so much, so not really a huge loss for them, I don't think, with her either. So, and then TNA, they have they released Awesome Kong, and then I found out today they released Tracy Brooks. Awesome Kong, it sucks because she was a real good wrestler, so, but you never know, the future, she might come back or something, but who knows. And then Tracy Brooks, I thought that was kind of a disappointment too. She wasn't too bad of a wrestler, she wasn't like the greatest wrestler or anything, but, you know, she was alright in the ring. I just think it was stupid when they had her, like, you know, they came up with that storyline of her having, like, you know, a messed up arm. I forget which arm it was, but, you know, having, like, a not as developed arm or something from childbirth or something, and then wrestlers would always focus on her arm, and then the commentators would put over, like, you know, she can't do a lot because of her arm or something. I just thought that was kind of a lame storyline. So, that kind of sucks that, you know, she's gone, but, again, you never know what the future holds, so. I could possibly see WWE picking her up, but, you know, if she wanted to commit to the full-time schedule or something. Okay, so let's go into Raw next. Raw was sucky in my opinion. Like, it was a lot of promos, and then the matches they had were just too short this week. And I mean, like, most of them were like a minute. It was ridiculous. So, let's see. You had the Triple H HBK promo at the beginning with Triple H trying to hype up Shawn Michaels. Pretty decent promo. Like, you know, was okay to start the show, and then it was DX was saying they're going to get their tag title shot against Show Miz, and so I was like, okay. So that was alright. They had Orton versus DiBiase, and like this was probably like the best match of the show because it was given the most time. The match was good. The only thing I didn't like at the end of it was like, and really it's not so much like the match, it's the storyline, because I think what they're doing is they're making Randy Orton like a good guy, and then they're making Rhodes and DiBiase like the heels. But it really doesn't make a lot of sense because, you know, or like with Orton, here's a guy that, you know, would frickin' like, you know, kill somebody if he has to like, you know, just get what he wants, and Viper or something. And then Rhodes and DiBiase, you know, were just kind of guys that work for him. And, you know, obviously they want some success, but mostly it was them putting their bodies on the line for Orton. So really, like, they're kind of more the victims, I think, than Orton is, you know? So, I don't know, like, it's a weird feud. I would have made, like, Orton the bad guy, and I would have made Rhodes and DiBiase face or something. So, one thing I would love for them to do with Orton, I don't know if they're going to make him a full-time face or not, or if they're going to turn him heel again after Mania, but I would love for Orton just to be like tell Legacy, like, okay, you know what, I'm done with you guys, but I've got replacements for you, and then have, like, the Hart Foundation, like, be with Orton. I think that would be awesome. But I don't see that happening. So, they had some Cheech and Chong and Hornswoggle segments. Those were stupid. Like, I don't know. I hate the whole, like, hallucination little segments that WWE does, or, like, little memory things, because it's just, like, I don't know. Wrestling is, I know wrestling's scripted and fake and stuff, but I mean, that stuff's just, like, it's too cartoony for my opinion. So, we had Santino versus Jack Swagger. Swagger won, like, in a minute with a squash. This was actually a short match I didn't mind because Swagger's better than Santino. So, and I like that they made him actually look kind of strong for once, so didn't mind that one. The Cena-Batista promo was pretty good for the most part. Don't really care about this match that much, but promo-wise, it was pretty good. I'm not really into it that much. We had Zack Ryder versus MVP for another Money in the Bank qualifying match, which was the same with the Santino versus Swagger match. And this was a bullshit match because Zack Ryder got no offense and it was like a total squash, like a minute squash match for MVP. Maybe MVP was like the better guy for Money in the Bank than Zack Ryder, but still, Zack should have got some fucking offense in, man. So I hated that this was a squash. Divas Pajama Pillow fight. I don't know, I thought it was lame. I like the Divas, but yeah, they should have had it like as a lingerie pillow fight. But it's PG now, so, you know. They inducted Mad Dog Vachon into the Hall of Fame. Congrats to him. He totally deserves it. You know, I'm really not familiar with Mad Dog, but congrats, though. You know, if he's one of the guys that started wrestling, you know, totally put him over. The McMahon Hart promo was pretty good. Like, basically, it was McMahon, like, you know, calling Bret Hart, like, a coward and stuff like that, because Bret, like, didn't want to wrestle him at Mania because of, you know, Bret Hart's leg injury. So finally, like, McMahon, like, kicked the crutch out from under him and Hart fell down, and I thought that was pretty good. If you've ever actually been on crutches, like, I've been on crutches before, and I've actually fallen down, you know, so it's like, you know, not the most fun thing in the world. So, you know, that pissed Hart off, and he accepted the match, so, I think this match could actually be okay. If they make it, like, no DQ or something like that, which they probably will, like, I think it could be okay. So, one thing I'm still kind of confused and puzzled about is, like, with Bret Hart coming back, how, like, they've had, like, no interaction with Bret Hart and the Hart Dynasty at all. Like, I don't know. I think Hart Dynasty would probably be heels and, you know, turn on Bret, but, I don't know. They probably haven't had interaction because they want Hart Dynasty to stay heels versus becoming faces or something. So, and then we had the main event with, like, the Unified Tag Title match with DX versus Shomiz. Match was good. Kind of short, but I don't know. I thought Shomiz kind of looked weak because most of the match was like offense from DX, and then Shomiz wound up like winning because of the Undertaker's distraction with him just on the Titantron going like, you know, I wish I could roll my eyes in the back of my head, but just kind of watching or something. So yeah. So I don't know. I thought that finish was kind of weak. I would have liked to have seen Undertaker kind of show up at ringside or something at least. They thought that would have been better. I don't know. And then Sheamus attacks Triple H at the end of the show. Not really like, I don't know, I don't really care so much about like this kind of a feud, but I can understand why they went this route with Sheamus because, you know, he cost Triple H had like beaten him and eliminated him at the Elimination Chamber match, so that's doable. So yeah, that was my little brief Raw review and thoughts and stuff like that. So